Hello, Libras. How are you? I hope today finds you doing well in all aspects of your life. Welcome to Healing Truth Tarot. My name is Shelley. This is your general reading for the month of August. I have pre-pulled the cards. So before we get started with the cards, let's talk about the retrogrades as quickly as I can get through it. We got a lot of planetary retrogrades right now, and I am recording this the day after the new moon and Mercury retrograde, the beginning of it, going retrograde. So also retrograde, Pluto, October till October 11th, that's the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation. Neptune until December 7th. That's a planet of fantasy, illusion, spirituality, creativity. So it's moving backwards. So it's dispelling illusions and fantasies. Saturn until November 15th. That is discipline, structure, and karma. So karma will be coming back this way. Some old situations, people may turn up unexpectedly. That would be, there's something in there, something with the situation that needs to be tweaked a little bit, something that was left behind. And you're like, but I dealt with this, or I dealt with them already, and you're just, this is like it's like a way to set this in stone, that you're really and truly done with the people, places, and things that you thought you were already done with. So it's also discipline and structure, if I didn't say that. So, all right, we are in Leo season, so it is the season of confidence, creativity, innovation, loyalty, dependability, passion, kindness, sensitivity, and drama. Might have some drama going on with you. Well, for everybody, really. Again, that's a planetary thing, so that affects everyone. All right, so let's get started with the cards. 3 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot, 3 cards from the Crystal Visions Tarot. Spirit wanted 4 cards out of the Rider-Waite Meaning Tarot, and 1 Angel Oracle and 1 Energy Oracle, Healing Energy Oracle. So, let me show you the cards first, then we can get moving. We have the Lovers. That has come up in every single reading so far. We have the 6 of Swords. Somebody cut through the BS and they're moving on. The Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. That looks like one of those situations resurfacing. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. The Star, always good. Ace of Cups. 5 of Wands. 3. I'm sorry. It's the number 3. Knight of Cups. Pardon me. Knight of Cups. I always do that when I see the number on it. I always focus right in on the number. Angel Oracle message is go for it. We'll save those till the very end. And transformation. Okay, and then between the tarot and the oracles, we'll pull some words out of the word jar. Those are usually just confirmations or confirmations. I can't think of another word right now. So, it's a little early in the morning for me. All right, so we have the Lovers first. Libra. You do like your balance. This is a card of balance for you for August. You know, there is some, I call it lovey-dovey stuff, but there is some of that going on for each sign. Some more than others, but it's not a huge thing. It's not a huge piece of the retrogrades right now. It is a piece of it, though. So for you, the Lovers is balance, but it's also that balance that you love to find within yourself. We did have 2 messages from Spirit. I did forget before I pulled the cards. These are the 2 messages, a little vague, but the meanings will pop up with the cards. So the first message is to keep on pushing through the fear, and the second message was keep being unapologetically you. Okay, so balance has been a little bit hard for you. You know, along with the retrograde planets, there's going to be some old thinking patterns that pop up. Or maybe you've possibly been working on dispelling those old thinking patterns and up in your energy levels, because those ways of thinking aren't working for you any longer. Plain and simple. You're looking for a balance in working with the intuition as well as the intellect. You're trying to make those 2 things work together. You're trying to figure out, okay, when you're having an intuition, you're trying to figure out, is this my ego talking to me, or is this a message from Spirit? You know, your guides, angels, and ancestors. So you're working on figuring out which is which. And Spirit says, just breathe. Let it go. Out loud say, I'm going to let you handle this. Show me clear and precise signs for guidance. And they want you to trust. That's a big word in the collective. All the whole collective is learning to trust something bigger than you, something outside of yourself. Because Spirit and Source just want the best for you. So any of this, now we'll get to this, the whole meaning of this in a minute, but any of the stuff that's coming back at you, people call it a test, I call it an opportunity to make sure that everything is absolutely cleaned up. That whatever needed to be dealt with is actually dealt with, so that you'll never have to go back and do this again. Not with this situation, not with this person. And that's probably the person coming through. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship, or I don't know, relationships at work. Maybe you had a boss that was awful, and Spirit situated things, and you had to switch in bosses, and this boss is better, but Spirit's telling me for some of you, this boss was just a fill-in until the real boss came through, and the real boss may turn out to be just as big of a jerk as the first boss was. Or you can apply that to any situation in your life for these people and situations that are coming back to you. Spirit says you're gonna get through this. You got this. There are some of you that are thinking real hard on switching careers, or switching companies, or are making a decision to work for yourselves, or are starting a creative endeavor on the side to bring in more money that could eventually or potentially replace this job that you have. So trust and patience is needed right now. Keep pushing through the fear, because change is scary. Doesn't matter what sign you are. Change is scary. You got this. You got this, Libra. You got this. All right, so now we have the Six of Swords. And yeah, so this card tells me that you're going to figure out what's going on there, and what you want to do and how you want to go about it. and you're going to be open to the guidance that you are given by spirit or by source, God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you believe in, for a higher power if you have one. But this is moving away. In this reading, this is moving away from a situation. The swords are always about cutting through the BS for clarity. So the swords are always about clarity. So these situations that people came around, you dealt with them. And if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to. Very soon. We are in retrograde season. It's going to happen real soon. And you're going to be fine. This card says you're going to be fine. You're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to move on. And see, it doesn't necessarily mean travel. In some readings it does. And some of you might travel, and you might take your family with you, right? But the biggest energy I'm getting from this card is the moving on from situations and people that no longer serve, and just completely being done with them. Because the swords have given, you've got your clarity. So the two people that are sitting in the boat, I call them family members, but again, it can be anybody that you have a relationship with, that you interact with regularly, and even beyond that. This decision to move on is going to affect everybody, because you're going to be in better space. And I have to tell you, if it hasn't happened yet, you're going to freak out when these people, places, and things come back at you. Because like I said, you're like, I already did this. Or I thought I told you to go away and made myself clear. Well, apparently if it's a person, they forgot what you said and thought maybe you weren't as serious as you were. So you're just going to have to put them in their place. I heard something the other day. It's a really good way to put it. For the people that come back at you, politely decline again. And if they won't leave you alone, you have the right to slam the door in their face. You have the right to be stern. You always have the right to speak your truth. And if you have to be, I'm just going to put it out there, if you have to be on the nasty side to get your point across, do so. And then after you do so, release them and tell them, I wish you the best. I wish you much love. I wish you the best life that could happen for you. And then slam the door. Or block them. Do whatever you need to do. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth energy. This is slow-moving energy. Very slow, very slow. We only have one knight in all the suits that is a fast mover. And we do not have him this time. But, so anyway, fast-moving, or slow-moving energy, sorry. Slow-moving energy. And knights are on a mission. They're dependable. So the king sends a knight out on missions because they're dependable. They're loyal. You're loyal. So this card can represent you, your loyalty. And that loyalty is going to bring about some opportunities, because knights are messengers, pages are too, but knights are messengers as well. That is what their job is in this reading. This knight has the job of giving you a message that turns into an opportunity, or is a straight out opportunity. Because you've been manifesting changes, whether you have done it consciously or not. There's things that you want. Just try to think back on the moments when you have this thought that, it's not out of need. It's a wish, it's a want, it's a desire that just crosses your mind. Boy, just for example, I'd really like a new scrub brush for my sink, right? And then all of a sudden you see one when you're online, and that's a manifestation. Or, boy, I'd really like to hear from so-and-so. It's been a while. Or you're remembering a time when you had a really great time with this person, and boom, there they are on the phone. Or they're contacting you through social media, or they show up on your doorstep and knock on the door. That's a manifestation. It's the things that we truly want that we don't have to think about all the time that manifest for us. Once you put your desire out to the universe, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to keep focusing on it or talking about it, or actually Spirit suggests don't talk about it to other people, because other people have other plans for you, to put it lightly. Other people may not necessarily want you to have your desires. So just keep that kind of stuff to yourself. The only time that you would focus on how it would feel to have that thing is when you're doubting it. Focus on that, and you say, you know what, Spirit, God, Jesus, universe, I know you got this. And then you just don't worry about the way that it comes to you. Anything that you've put out there that you have a desire for is already in the works. And most of it's sitting right outside your door, your spiritual door. It's sitting right outside your door. Just waiting on you to be ready for it. Just waiting on the perfect timing of the universe. So that's what this season is for, this retrograde season. It's for going back and looking things over and making sure that we've crossed our T's and dotted our I's. Speaking of which, Mercury went retrograde yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned that. Well, I'm recording this on the 5th. So it went retrograde. I did mention it yesterday. Contracts. And I'm telling all the signs this. Contracts. Don't. If you can help it, don't do it. And if you absolutely have to, again, cross your T's and dot your I's, look it over at least 3 times, and read it as thoroughly as possible. If you feel like you need legal advice, get it. Because communication is going to be muddled. People are going to be misunderstanding each other. People are going to be speaking in a way that is out of character for them, because the retrogrades are hard on us. Okay, they're promoting change, and change can make us cranky, to be honest. So yeah, the communication technology is going to be a little wonky. Finances might get messed up, and that might be some of the situations. A situation that comes back for some of you is what I should say, is a financial situation. You've already been through it, and so apparently there's something in that situation where even just one slight difference in how it's handled could mean everything. Because there's a lot of prosperity coming right now. My guides and angels tell me that this prosperity, you might see hints of it, or it might trickle in at first, but it'll really start coming in around this 1st or 2nd week of September. Because we're going to be feeling this retrograde way into the 3rd week of September, actually. Because it ends in the last week of August. So things will really start moving forward in a much faster pace around the 2nd or 3rd week. I did say the 1st or 2nd. I'm going to change that to the 2nd or 3rd week. Just had to do the math in my head. So, yeah. So you're going to have a message, an opportunity. And it's going to be grounding. This opportunity is going to be, it's going to produce stability. That's what Spirit's saying, stability. I mean, that is what the suit of Pentacles is, the coins. It's about stability, grounding. So, and we have the 5 of Swords. So like I was saying, the 5 of Swords is a person, place, or thing that pops up again in your life. And yeah, I thought I dealt with that. Nope. I get a sense that this is a person. Not just because there's a person sneaking off. I call it sneaking off in the background. Think, because they got away with something, or they did something to hurt you and they know that it hurt you and that was their intent. So Spirit's obviously saying that this person that's coming back to you has ill intentions. Doesn't matter what comes out of their mouth. Because I feel like they're going to say, oh, I promise you this and I promise you that. I'm going to be good. I'm going to behave. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they're not going to do any of it. Because they haven't changed anything. They want something to change. And they want to start fresh with you. Revive the relationship, or revive the friendship, or revive the work partnership. But everything that's coming out of their mouth is BS. And it's like half of them knows it's BS, but the other half thinks that you're, well, the half that knows it's BS thinks you're dumb. They don't think you're smart enough to catch on. But the half of them that's not really aware that it's BS, that actually believes what they're saying, that's the part you got to watch out for. That's the part of that person you need to watch out for. They have nothing to offer you that's new. They're not for you. You know that. You guys got this. You got this. So we have the Five of Pentacles. And this is the feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. Because this person that comes back around, first of all, that's how they made you feel, okay? When they stabbed you in the back. And they didn't stab you in the back once or twice. They did it over and over and over and over until you went, all right, that's it. I've had enough. You got to go. So when you shut the door in their face, after telling them to go with love and wishing them the best, when you shut the door in their face, now they're going to feel this way. And it's not even about you're trying to get back at them or serve them their karma. This is karma in action. Something needs to change. Not with you, with them. So again, that just reiterates what Spirit was telling me. There's nothing different about them. Their appearance isn't even different. I'm being shown that. Their appearance isn't even any different. They're still wearing the same crap. They're wearing the same clothes and the same cologne and the same shoes they were wearing the last time you saw them. So nothing's changed. Not that clothing makes you a better person, but I'm just saying, on a personal level, when I change within, my style of clothing changes. The way I wear my makeup changes. Whether I wear it or not changes. When I started recording these tarot readings, I didn't wear makeup. I wore the eye stuff, but I didn't wear the rest of it. So it's just an example. This person hasn't changed at all. So that's that. So we have the Six of Wands. And wands are about movement. And see, he's got his companion here. To me, that's you. Both of you. But it's also both pieces of you, both sides of you. Your balance. That's your balance. And it also reminds me of the Strength card. Yeah, because of the Lion, but also because, because of the, I'm going to have to say, he looks kind of like an emperor to me, or a king. He's on top of the world. Okay, but also I think that this companion is, for some of you, a love relationship companion, a significant other. And I'm not going to say that none of you are having problems or issues with your significant others, but overall, I feel like those relationships are pretty good. Those of you who are in them, that you're doing pretty well. And both of you are going with the flow. Because, Libra, you guys, that's not, listen, what I'm about to say is not in your description anywhere. You guys know inherently who's good for you and who isn't. Yeah, I mean, you made some bad choices. You're human. Everybody does. This person that comes back to you, that was a bad choice. Sort of. Because the truth is that person that is coming back to you is your twin flame. But twin flames aren't necessarily the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, if you're even supposed to spend the rest of your life with anybody. Soulmates. You have millions of soulmates, possibly billions. Anyone you interact with. You're watching this video. You are part of my soul family. We are soulmates. Just not in a love relationship or sexual manner. We're soulmates. So you have countless soulmates and potential love partners. But you guys know, partially because you're intuitive, but also partially because of what you've experienced. And I don't think you experienced too many of these situations. I think you learn pretty quick. You might have had 2 or 3 of those situations, but I feel like you learn pretty quick who to deal with and who not to. Because people who are abusive or narcissistic carry a definite, specific type of energy. And you just intuitively knew to. No, I'm good, thanks. Gotta run. So you learned your lesson in that. But the universe just wants to make sure that you're never going to go back and do that again. So to me, if the universe is sending you that test or opportunity, as I said, as I like to call it, some of you may be reconsidering or considering dealing with someone who carries some of that narcissistic or abusive energy. You're lonely. Some of you are lonely. Spirit says yours is coming, but that one isn't it. And I'm not well, you know, the one from your past isn't it, but the one that you're considering dealing with isn't it. Spirit says that you probably shouldn't even deal with them as friends because they're going to be kind of relentless about forming a relationship with you. They're not for you. And believe me, you're not that lonely, because the train wreck that this person is bringing behind them will become your train wreck. And you got enough of your own stuff to deal with. So that's just another extra bonus message from Spirit, people. It's a beautiful thing. We have the star. Oh, the star and the sun, my favorite card. So, all right, I'm going to read this. So let me show you one more time. Picture reminder. All right, the star. All your dreams are coming true. Opportunities. Opportunities. Renewal, faith, hope, healing. Going to finish healing from this. Faith, hope, the words that Spirit kept telling me. Rejuvenation. Renewal. Unexpected help. Unexpected help. Unexpected help. And I'm not going to say somebody in a powerful position, but somebody who has information that you need to make that move forward with your life. Whether it's in regards to income or love, friendships, hobbies. These 2 cards are about that. They have the information that you need. All right, and then we have the Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning. Yeah, see, somebody's coming for you. Or those of you who are in relationships, even though it may not be a tumultuous relationship. Good, that word. Spirit keeps giving me that word every single reading, tumultuous. And there are some of you who are in tumultuous relationships, but generally, that group of you is going to work things out. Again, you love balance. That's your thing. That's your deal. That's your jam. Balance. So, the Ace of Cups is also about balanced emotions. So that tells me that those who are single, someone's coming to you that is way better fitted to you than the person you're considering. those of you in relationships that it's going fairly smoothly, there's still going to be a re-spark. The passion is going to be reignited. Again, Spirit says breathe. Don't try to make it happen. It's coming. Just be open to the messages that you're being given. And for those of you in tumultuous relationships, generally you guys will work it out, and there will be that reignition of spark again for you as well. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, so, I mean, everybody's got some stuff going on in their lives, in some area of their lives. Mostly this is relational, a relationship reading, for the most part. I mean, you have the financial aspect, but even the financial aspect for you guys is attached to a work environment. It's something that you're just done dealing with. But again, Spirit says be patient. Do your breathing. Plant your feet on the floor and notice that they're planted on the floor, so that you're able to accept and be open to the messages from Spirit. Because this one, okay, this is the Five of Wands. When I first started tarot about 30 years ago, we called them rods. But that's just, every tarot reader is different. Right? Learn to take life as it comes, both positive and negative. There's your balance. You got this. Arguments, inner or outer conflict. There's your inner conflict we were talking about, or Spirit was talking about for you. Struggle, boldness, tension, rivalry, competition. Nah, you don't need any of this. You don't need that. Right now it's about you. So you just deal right now with that inner conflict. And the outer conflict stuff will work itself out. You'll know exactly what to do and how to deal with it. You deal with what's here first. And that hamster wheel that's going out around and around in your head. It's time for the hamster to take a break and take a nap. Spirit keeps reiterating, mind your breathing. Notice your feet on the ground. Notice your butt planted in the seat. Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's a message. So this is that relationship thing I was talking about. Partially, there's another side to this. So this the new relationship, or the re-spark of a relationship. Now, I think it's more about the new relationship coming in. Again, Cups is about emotion. So it says express your creativity with compassion and emotion. So that's the other side of it I was seeing in regards to the finances or the job thing. Okay, so express your creativity with compassion and emotion. Romantic, sensitive, indolent, graceful, poetic, vain, moody, idealistic. Those last three are the negative aspects. We need to find some new words for the words negative and positive. They're just tossed around all willy-nilly all the time. Yeah, romantic, sensitive, indolent, graceful, poetic. So, for those of you who are looking at career changes or job changes, Spirit says that's what you're looking for. That's the type of environment you want to be around. A creative environment. What's the word I want? Help me out there, Spirit, with my words. A graceful. Graceful as in, yes, having grace. People who have that energy. That's thank you, Spirit. That's the term I want to use. You want to work around people who are graceful and have that energy and aren't all, what's the word I want? Competitive. Thank you, Spirit. Very early in the morning. My brain's still not working. Yeah, so people who are not aggressive, people who are not confrontational, people who are not jealous. I mean, anywhere you work, you're going to get one or two that are like that, but I feel like what you're dealing with right now, it's very competitive. And some of you are experiencing gaslighting. And that came up for another sign, gaslighting. People at your job and your workspace accusing you of doing things that they did, but and you had nothing to do with, that aren't even part of your job description or your clientele, right? But you're being blamed for it. And for those of you whose bosses have moved on, they were actually let go. You got your substitution right now. But they were let go because of the situation with the gaslighting. Because you got in trouble for it. You didn't have anything to do with it. And the boss believed it because the boss carries that narcissistic energy and wants the drama. And it is Leo season. So that came out. That drama in that person just showed itself, that boss. So now you got your substitute, and he's not invested. He doesn't care, he or she. They just don't care. They're just there because that's where the company sent them. And they're getting paid. But the next person who comes in, unfortunately, is going to be the same kind of jerk that your first boss was. I think I mentioned that. So we're just reiterating. We're just backing it up. Spirit's backing it up for you. So that's what you want. You don't want to work for people like that anymore. And you don't want to work around people like that anymore. The jealousy and competition is ridiculous. So you've put that out there to the universe already, the type of people you want to work around. And this tells me that you will get a message. I mean, you already got this guy coming along with a message. So that would have to do with your finances as well. Okay, with your job. And someone else is coming along with a message. And the emotional aspect of it. So again, Knights are dependable. So the emotional aspect of the Knight of Cups for you is the Cups is going to represent how this person presents themselves to people, to everyone. They actually care about the well-being of other people. That's the type of person that's going to give this opportunity or message to you. And in return, your emotional health is going to be bumped up. You're going to start finding more of that balance that you're looking for. Remember? Learn to take life as it comes, both positive and negative. From the Five of Wands. Yeah, so you're going to be able to express your creativity in the way that you need to express your creativity. So it's coming. If it hasn't happened yet, it's coming. I don't feel like it's happened yet for a large group of you. So it's coming. Just pay attention, pay attention. All right, so let's do what's on the bottom of the cards. And then we'll pull words, and then we'll do the oracles. On the bottom of the Rider-Waite Tarot, which was the first three cards I pulled from, we have the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. There's that confirmation, guys. There's that confirmation of security. When you are financially secure, you are emotionally secure, generally. Not everyone, but generally. That's a balance for you guys. Okay, I'm financially secure. I don't have to worry about paying the rent or paying the mortgage. I don't have to worry about where the next grocery money is coming from. I don't have to worry about that stuff. If I want to indulge in something, I can do that. That for you creates emotional balance. It's a beautiful thing, people. And the bottom of our Crystal Visions deck, which was the second deck I pulled the cards from, is Temperance. Yeah, balance. There we go. Surprised we didn't pull your Justice card, you guys. But If we did pull the Justice card, that just reiterates it. There's not this humongous energy of the overwhelming energy of, oh my God, what do I do? It's there, but it's not so big that you can't deal with it. So that's why we haven't pulled the Justice card. That's why we pulled the Temperance card. Because that balance that you're looking for is on its way. And on the bottom of, yeah, this is a reiteration of the Five of Swords here. Person coming back around that did you wrong. This is the reiteration, the confirmation. Another Five of Swords. This says sometimes the victory is not worth the price. Selfishness, conflict, aggression, argument, fear of failure, self-sabotage, anxiety. Again, be unapologetically you and keep pushing through the fear. Because I'm not trying to say that none of you has any fear, because you do. I feel like you're tired. Like you're emotionally worn down and it's affecting you physically. I feel like you're freaking exhausted. Because if you're like the rest of the signs, you're not getting that much sleep. Too much going on planetary-wise. Too much going on. Too many downloads from universe sending you a bunch of downloads. The Earth, Mother is readjusting herself and vibrating at a higher level, and you're feeling that as well. So you're not really getting that much sleep. So Spirit suggestion is, if you can take a nap. We know you're busy and you want to get this done and get that done. But if you can take a nap, even for an hour, take a nap. You'll think straighter. You'll be more clear with your thinking. Okay? All right. Let's pick some words out of the word jar. Chief. Okay, so that's that changing bosses or changing jobs. Some of you are going for a lead position. Yes, beautiful. So for a group of you who are dealing with the insolent boss, insolent is the word I want, the insolent narcissistic boss that just left, and with the other one coming in soon, Spirit says that you should apply for that position yourself. It certainly can't hurt. Apply for that position yourself. And then you can show other people what that balance looks like. You can be the example. You can be the example of what not to do. And how not to behave. If you choose to stay in the job. Because for some of you, if you take the leadership position, if you are given that leadership position, you're still going to have to deal with the same competitive people. But I think that you would have original ideas on how to change the dynamics of what's going on there. So you may want to be the chief. It can't hurt. I know that's scary too, isn't it? It scared the crap out of me. I'm my own boss. I get to tell myself what to do. Sometimes I argue with me. Okay, wedding. Yeah, so we do have some love here. Got some love. So that's some of this energy too. A love offer. Love offer. Remember, we also talked about the Ace of Cups, new beginnings and new emotional beginnings. So for some of you that have been sitting on the fence with the marriage thing, you're either going to say yes or no. You're going to make up your mind because it's driving you nuts. Pick one. Whichever choice you make is the right choice. But you know inherently, again, if this is the right choice for you. And if you feel like you need a long time and you don't want someone around you 24/7, then say no. Not right now. And that may not last forever. You do you. You do what's best for you. The other person will work their own stuff out. Not your circus, not your monkeys. You don't have to fix anybody. You don't have to please anybody else except for you. assuming you're not walking all over everybody else to do it, and you guys don't do that. So there are people who do that. Well, I'm going to please myself, and I'm going to do you wrong to make sure I get what I think I want. Which some of you, again, have experienced in the workplace. I'm going to do you wrong so I can get what I want. That's a strange. Why is he or she here? Oh, that's the question. That's the question you're asking. Whether you're masculine or feminine energy, that's the question you're asking when this goofball comes back around. They're not a bad person. They are an unaware person. Unaware of themselves as a spiritual being. Unaware of themselves as a direct piece of source. God, Jesus, Buddha. A direct piece. A part of the universe. They're unaware. That's what you're going to be asking yourself. Where the heck did he or she come from? And why are you here again? Canceled. Give me a second. Source is talking. Or Spirit's talking. Well, Source talks too, but Spirit's talking right now. Okay, that's why I wasn't getting it. I was thinking in a negative term. So positive term. This inner work that you're continuing is canceling out some karma. Remember, Saturn is retrograde, and that's the planet of karma. And I did mention that karma was going to be served. Whether it's good karma or not so good karma. So when the karma is served, whether it's served to you or someone else that you've been involved with or interacted with, either way, it's going to be like a finalization. Thank you, Spirit. A finalization of the point where you say, okay, I'm done. I don't, you don't have to be attached to someone karmically anymore. You can choose not to. You can do it by releasing the karma, by clearing up the karma between you two, or you can do it by visually closing your eyes and visually cutting the cord between you two. It works really well. You should try it. You don't have to keep these soul contracts. You can tear them up anytime you choose. You can just rip them right up. Say, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not doing this with you in this life any longer. So that's what that is. Let's get to the oracles. My phone only goes to 55 minutes, and we are on 48. So look for the number 48, the number 8, the number 4, number 12, number 3. All right, this one is go for it. Yeah. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. So that's just the reiteration again, the backing up of whatever you're doing, whatever choice you make, is the right choice for you. And transformation. This says, I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I'm aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. Yeah, so when these changes start coming in the ones you asked for and the ones that you weren't aware that you asked for and the ones that the universe just throws at you, be receptive. Be receptive to guidance. Be receptive to your own intuition. Trust. Again, Spirit's saying, trust your own intuition. You know what's going on. You can feel it. And if the energy feels bad to you, take care of it. It's not for you. So your overall energy is pretty freaking good, you guys, for August. Just hunker down. Don't see the Mercury retrograde as an awful thing. See it as a reset. You get time to, it reminds me of wintertime. You get time to reassess. Plus, all the retrograde planets are about that. Reassess. See what you want to tweak. But don't expect things to move forward very quickly. Act on what you can. And focus on that. And just keep revisiting the situations and people and circumstances that you want to be different. Revisit those things. And ask for guidance on how you can make those things different. And for some of you, just walking away from whatever it is, or whoever it is probably going to be the best choice. We're all switching tribes, all of us, all the signs. You're switching tribes right now. Doesn't mean you dislike your old tribe. It just means that those who no longer are part of your higher purpose will fall away, or you'll walk away, or they'll walk away. But you're going to be all right. So, you guys have a great day or evening. Thanks so much for showing up. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notification bell. I will be doing all 12 signs each month for the general month reading. Blessings.